All right, here's my second video back from our vacation. Holy moly. Okay, so today, instead of thinking about addition, you're going to be thinking about subtraction in the same way that we've spent a lot of time thinking about different addition strategies and learning that traditional way of doing addition. We will also do that with subtraction. So your parents may or may not have already taught you how to do subtraction using what we call the standard algorithm. But today we will use the cubes to really see why it works. So as we're doing these problems, let's think about, we want to make sure when we're doing a problem, we do a couple of things. The first thing is that we need to really understand the problem. And in order to do that, often it's helpful to highlight, underline, circle, or simply restate the problem. So let's do that with problem number 1. Lexi's book has 327 pages. She has read 118 pages so far. How many pages does she have left to read? Well, the first thing you need to figure out is this an addition problem or a subtraction problem? And I know it's a subtraction problem because it gives me these clues, like how many pages does she have left? That means that it's less than the original number. And what is the original number? Well, the original number is 327 pages total. So let's circle that. And then she has read so far. So she's read 118 pages so far. And we wonder how many pages does she have left? Well, there are a couple of different ways that you could solve this problem. But the one that we're going to focus on right now is, well, I don't know, you solve the problem first, hit pause and give it a try. Actually, the very first thing that I want to do is take a guess. So make an estimate. So if our problem is 300, we'll write it in the up and down traditional way, 327 minus 118. That will give us how many pages she has left. You could also say 327 minus, we'll use P for pages, equals 118, or 118 plus P equals 327. Now, these different ways kind of, I think, lend themselves to using a number line. You probably have lots of different ways you can solve the problem. One way that you cannot solve this problem is to break this down and in the way that we normally do with addition, saying 100 minus 300 minus 100, 20 minus 10, and 7 minus 8. And why can't you do that? Right, because you can't do 7 minus 8. So you can't do the traditional kind of that splitting out of our place values. Let's think about what we could do here. Well, if we drew a number line, we could find the difference. So let's start with that. I'm going to say I'm going to start at 118. And I know that I want to land on 327. So she's read 118, and I want to know how many more pages she has to go. So let's jump up 100 to 218. I'll write the 100 at the top. This is going to be our answer here at the top. And then we'll jump another 100 to 318. And so then I see I'm really getting close to the end. If I add 2 more, I get to 320. And I know I only need 7 more to get to 327. Then I have to add up the numbers at the top here because that's our difference and that's the answer. 100 plus 100 is 200, 202, 209. So there are 209 pages left to go. And that is one way you could do this problem. Now I'm going to show you how to do that with the blocks. So I need to get my little pointer thing out. I'm going to make, let's see, can I erase all that? I guess I probably can. I'm going to erase all of this so that we have a lot of space for these blocks because we need 327 of them. That's a lot. Usually when we're in the classroom, we don't even have enough space often. All right, so let's try this. We need 327 so that we can take away 118 and see how many there are. 100, 200, 300. Then we need 10, 20, and 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. All right, well now we need to, so we have, oh, I shouldn't have erased that. Let's do that again. We'll write it here. 327 minus 118. So let's take away 118 of these. So the first thing that we could do, first thing we notice is, and you always want to start with the ones. So the first thing we notice is we cannot take 8 away because we only have 7. That means that we're going to cash in this 10. And instead of having 10 like this, nice and neat and easy, we're going to have 10 ones. So let's put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oopsie, 7, yeah, 8, 9, 10. All right, there we go. Okay, so now we have, right, don't we have that many? What's going on here? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these ones we do not need. Get rid of those. Okay. So now we can take away 8. So the first thing we're going to do here is we're going to say, all right, let's put our lines in for our place value. And we're going to say, we have to take away 8. So we just needed one more. We'll move him over and we're going to take away the 8. So now instead, do you see we don't have the 27, we have 27 altogether right here. 10 plus 7 plus another 10. So let's go ahead and take away the 8. I'm just going to go whoop, delete. And we have that. Now, since we only have 1 10 left and we have to take 1 10 away, we're going to go like that. And now we have to take away 100 mat. And now we end up with 100, 200, 201, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that what we were supposed to end up with? Yeah, that's what we ended up with on our number line, right? So let's put that there. And now let's show what this looks like when we do it on the standard algorithm. So what we just did was we took one of these 10s. I'm going to change my color actually. I'm going to make it green. So we took one of these 10s away and added it to this group of ones. So we had 17 and we only had 1. We ended up with 110, which is 10. So 17 minus 8 is 9. And then here we have only 1 10 left. So 1 minus 1 is 0. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So you see we have 2 hundreds, 0 10s, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 ones. So that is the standard algorithm. Let's try the next problem together. Why don't you hit pause and see if you can restate the problem, make an estimate. Oh, I didn't do that in the last one. We'll do that this time. And solve the problem 2 different ways. So pause and give this a try, then come back and we'll do it together. I see you didn't hit pause. Hit pause. You still didn't hit pause. Hit pause. Cool. All right. So thank you. Now that you're back and you actually have done all this work, let's see if we can do this together. King School is having a readathon. The kids in Mr. Bell's class set a goal of 350 books. They still have to read 184 books to reach their goal. How many books have they read so far? So I'm thinking, restate the problem. Okay, there's some kids, they want to read 350 books. And they've read 184. No, they haven't read it. See, Miss Carr needs to read more closely. They still have to read 184 books. So how many have they read? So this is how many more books there are. 184. They still have more. How many books have they read so far? So we can make that into a subtraction problem. And I'm going to say that I think if I do my rounding, 150, I'm going to say this is around 200. If I round this to the nearest 100, it's around 200. I'm going to say that they need in the neighborhood of 160-ish, 160 or so books. So let's see if I'm right. So I'm kind of thinking 350 minus, I could say 180, but that's hard for me. So I'm going to round it up to 200, and that would give me 150, but I know I kind of fudged it a little bit. So I'm going to guess 130 here. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing we did up here, except for now I've messed up and like deleted all my my blocks and stuff. So so we're going to use the standard algorithm. Let's make our lines red this time so that we really see. And remember, this place value setup is super duper important. So these are your ones, these little blocks. These are your tens, these sticks, right? Because there are 10 in each. And these are your hundreds. So if I look at this problem, I can see already that I have a problem because I cannot take 4 books away from 0. If I have 0 of these little cubes, I can't do anything. So what I need to do is borrow 10. I'm going to get 10 from this tens column, and I'm going to add. So this is actually 10 here. And it's 10 because there's 0. And so 10 minus, and then I'm going to make sure that I remember I took 1 of the 10s away. So now I only have 4 10s here. And if you think about it, 350 is the same as 340 plus 10, right? And that's what this is right now. So 300, 10, 40, and 10 here. So 10 minus 4 is, bing, 6. 40 minus 80. Golly, what do we do there? You can't take 80 away from 40. Yeah, so here again, you're going to go, okay, but I have a bunch of hundreds. So instead of 300, I'm going to say it's 200 plus 140. So I'm going to have it looks like a 14 in this column. 14 minus 8 you can do. 14 minus 8 is 6. And 2 minus 1 is 1. So we have 166 books that they have read so far. And a real quick and easy way to figure out whether you're right about this is to say that this is a way to check it. 184 plus 166 should equal 350. If it doesn't, then you did something wrong. 4 plus 6 equals 10. 1 plus 8 is 9, and 9 plus 6 is 15. And 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So yeah, we did this one right. 350 is our original number, right? That's our goal. So we know that we did this right. And this is a really, I can't believe I haven't really pushed this on you guys very much, but this is a super important way to check your work. All right, let's see. This is dragging on, this video. Holy moly. But we have one more problem to go. And we are going to work on this one together. Then I'm going to send you off to do some work here and in your student book. So let's read this. Actually, you should do this all on your own first, and then we could work on it together. But you could also just watch me do this. There are 123 books on the shelf. Some kids got books off the shelf to read. Now there are only 77 books on the shelf. How many books did the kids take? Again, this one you could use, making the difference. So I'm going to draw this out. There were 123 books. This is the most books that there have been on the shelf. And some kids took some books off the shelf to read, and now there are only 77 books on the shelf. How many books did they take? Well, they took this space in between. So I think a good estimate, I'm thinking 77 is really close to 75, and I know that gets me to 100. So it's 25 plus another 25, around 50. So I'm going to say this is around 50. I forgot to check. Did I do an okay job of my estimate on the last problem? Oh, it's all gone. Oh, no. I guessed that we would be around 160, and look, I was right. So 100, that's another way that I can kind of go, oh, okay, I think I'm doing okay. So I think that the answer to this problem is going to be around 50. I restated my problem, trying to figure out how many books the kids took. I'm going to solve this using my number line. This time I'm going to do the constant difference strategy. So what I'm going to do is, because I know this is close to 20, I know 77 is close to 75, so I'm going to hop back to 75. I'm going to hop back 2, which gets me to 121. All right, and then I'll use a different color slightly. So I know 75 plus 25 is 100. And then 100 plus 21, 100 to 121 would be 21 more. So 21 plus 25, that's not bad. 21 plus 25 is 46. So they took 46 books. I'm going to circle that. And that's close to 50. So I feel pretty good about that. If I wanted to check my work, I would say 46 plus 77. Let's see, 6, I know 6 plus 6 is 12, so 6 plus 7 must be 13. And let's see, 5 plus 7 is 12. So 123, yeah. So the answer is 46. And let's go ahead and write this out using the standard algorithm so that we can practice that a little bit. 123 minus 77. We'll draw those place value lines down in red. I'm looking again, I see that 3 minus 7. So we are going to have to do, some people call this carrying. I'm going to, let's do this in green this time. I'm going to take a 10 and leave a 10. So instead of this being 3, it's 13 minus 7. I can't take 70 away from 10, so I'm going to have to take this 1. So that means that I'm basically, well, we can take this 1 out of the column and give it to here. So it's 110 minus 70. Well, let's see, 46. 7 plus 4 is 11, so 46. We got the same answer. All right, feeling pretty good about that. Did it twice, got the same answer. We could do this with the blocks, and let's do that just to show once again. So we can just cover this up. 123, do it on this. Let's just do it right here. 100, 1, 2, 123, 1, 2, 3. All right, well, the first thing I would have to do is cash in 10, which I did right here. So I'm going to take this 10 and put it back up here and get 10 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know why they're showing up over there, but I will bring them over here. All right. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plus the original 3. And we need to take 7 away. So let's do 1. Can I do this? 2? No. 1, 2. I don't like how this is looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is an extra one. All right, so let's take away 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not working. What the heck? Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, 10. All right, so we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They just keep multiplying. You guys, I'm done with this one. I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening with these stupid blocks. Okay, I'm sorry, but that is not working. It's just being confusing. Really, really sorry. Technical glitchy difficulty. All right, so practice with these problems, 333. And then I'd like for you to do a page, just one little page in your student book. This is not a huge deal. There's just a couple of problems. So page 99 in your student book, or slide 4 and slide 5. First, you are going to make an estimate for these two. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then you are going to solve this problem and this problem. You could use whatever strategy works for you. And I would encourage you to do what we did up here, where we checked our answers. I think that's a good strategy. So once you've figured out the answer to A and the answer to B, go ahead and solve. See if you can add the two smaller numbers together. They should equal your bigger number. And remember, this is just estimating. You do not have to do this actual problem. And ooh, it says that to edit offline. Uh-oh. Anyway, that's it. So do these problems for number 4 and page 99 in your book.